Hello. So I've got a lot of shit to do. Right now I'm writing up a tweet. Because YouTube on my gaming channel did another removed my video because it supports criminal organizations apparently thing. They did another one of those. This time the channel wasn't demonetized, but I still don't want a strike on my channel. Or even a warning, because if I get one more of those, then it turns into a real strike. Like, I don't want those to build up for videos that I didn't do anything wrong. So I'm sending another tweet. Yeah, isn't that crazy? For Beyond Two Souls Part 7, apparently. I don't even know. I don't remember what's in that video. Like, I didn't even edit that video, really. You know, like, fuck off. It's so annoying. Like, I sent an appeal and it comes back rejected immediately. Like, why even have an appeals process?
There he is!
Thank you so much. Why even have an appeals process if a bot's clearly doing it? Like, you're just lying. It's really frustrating and sad. Alright, I'm gonna retweet this on my film review thing to get it some traction. And hopefully Team YouTube responds to it. The problem is last time I got it fixed and last time that they fixed their issue and removed the strike, I have no clue what I did to get or who removed it. Was it some rogue employee at YouTube that saw me post on Twitter? I don't know. Like, Team YouTube didn't appear to help on Twitter. Yeah, so I don't know if that was what fixed it. I contacted partner support last time, and all they said was, "Sorry, but you've been appealed. It's been rejected. It's been rejected." So
there he is.
So let's see if Team YouTube has responded to anything. But I got another video on my gaming channel got removed for literally no reason because they have a stupid algorithm that thinks like you're supporting violent criminal organizations. I like from a video. I don't even remember what's in it. So I mean, I definitely didn't do that though. Like, if there was maybe some like a tiny blip of footage of like 9/11 or something just as a joke, that's not the same thing as supporting criminal organizations. But yeah, it's happened before, and that got dealt with. Thank you for the sub, by the way, Montoya Visions. It's happened before, and that got dealt with. I don't know how it got dealt with, so I just have to make noise on Twitter again.
Yeah!
Well, the appeal got immediately rejected, like in a fucking heartbeat. So it's obviously like a bot doing the appeals process, right? They're like, no, this footage was used, blah, blah, blah. But it's not even explaining what part of my video is that. It's like the whole video, apparently, even though it's just like me playing Beyond Two Souls. So I don't know. Channel didn't get demonetized this time, but who knows? Maybe I'll get another one of those strikes and then it will get demonetized. So that's why I'm trying to make sure that the strikes don't stay. Anyway, I got to go through a couple different videos here. I'm currently waiting on hold from partner support, who's probably going to do absolutely nothing to help my issue. I swear Google support chat people are just fucking AIs that it can pass the Turing test. I swear that they're not real people. It's so ridiculous. I already know exactly what response I'm going to get. Yep, follow up via email. Okay, I guess I have to wait another few days. Seems like every single time they have to follow up via email. It's like, what are these people even for? What are the people the people on chat can apparently do nothing? Why are they even there? So yeah, I've gotten hit with that exact same strike of the supporting criminal organizations thing again. This time it didn't demonetize my entire channel, which is weird. So like clearly they've realized that something is wrong with this fucking bullshit. But at the same time, when I sent an appeal, it immediately got rejected again. Meaning it didn't get checked by anybody, and the algorithm that detected it in the first place was the same algorithm that decided whether or not the algorithm messed up, which is bullshit. I don't know if it's another 9/11 joke. I didn't watch the video again. It's like 15 minutes long, and I have a bunch of other shit to get done today. And I just don't have the time to go through and watch a video that I posted like fucking 8 years ago that I didn't even edit for a fucking gaming channel video. And it's just like, it's probably more 9/11 footage or something. I don't know. It was part 7 of Beyond Two Souls series or something. And it's like, needless stress. It's so annoying. So yeah, they're going to follow up via email, and I'm just waiting for them to fucking finish this conversation. I've been going through my gaming channel trying to remove all of the 9/11 footage instances, of which there are many more than I thought actually existed. I thought there were like 4. It turns out there's like 10 or more. I don't even know. They're all from 2016 or earlier. They're all from like unlisted videos. But yeah, I've been notified. People have been telling me, "Oh, what about this one? What about this one?" I'm like, "Oh my god, I didn't even know there were that many." Which is a problem because like if my channel can exist for so long and that be perfectly fine.
Oh no!
Thank you so much.
What should I do?
And that'd be perfectly fine in the context of YouTube's rules, and it currently is according to how they phrase it. It still is fine in the context of how I used that footage, or how my editor at the time used that footage, for, you know, corresponding to jokes that I was saying visually. It was a shocking visual to correspond with a joke that I was making. That is art, and in YouTube's own terms of service, it explicitly states that there's an exception made for artistic purposes. Artistic purposes. What is humor? What is comedy? What is a joke? That's art. That's what art is. I'm sorry, a comedic gaming video is art, right? And in the context of the jokes that were being made, so in June of this year, so a month and a half ago, I guess, there was a clip that was dinged from the best of 2016 compilation on my gaming channel, and it was some 9/11 footage, and it was like, I don't know, a second and a half. The footage was reversed because the joke I was making is that the character Max from Life is Strange, who has time-traveling powers, she could have prevented 9/11 and she didn't. And it was a criticism against the character, and it only works if you understand that 9/11 is bad. Otherwise, why would I be saying she should have prevented it? Obviously, I don't support terrorism, right? And yet I'm getting dinged for these strikes, these for a policy that states that I'm supporting violent criminal organizations. Like, this is a policy that exists on YouTube to prevent like ISIS training videos from being on the platform, right? Like, that's a little fucked up. It got dinged automatically because it's an unlisted video. Gave me a strike and demonetized my entire channel without warning. Oh, fuck. I'm so tired and exhausted and just... This is stressful, too. And then, after complaining about it on Twitter and causing a big stink about it...
You are...
Wasn't expecting that pronunciation. Thank you, though. After complaining about it on Twitter and making a big stink about it, even though... So, okay, sorry, there's a bit more to this story. I'm so sorry. So I tried to go through the proper channels, YouTube Partner Support and Team YouTube on Twitter, to get the situation fixed, because clearly the artistic context is very clear that I'm not supporting terrorism by having just one shock humor moment of 9/11 footage, right? I tried appealing it first. There's a button that says appeal, and then even though the video is like 20 minutes long, the appeal immediately comes back rejected. We have had someone manually review, and we have determined that blah, 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 blah. Clearly that's bullshit, and there's a but. Clearly that's bullshit, and there's some sort of mechanism where it's like, oh, well, no, you use this footage, therefore this is bad, the worst bad. But it's like, what's the point of even saying that something's being manually reviewed when it isn't? Anyway, this has happened to multiple people. This has happened to Emp Lemon. This has happened to a bunch of peeps. And after that, after I made a big stink about that in June, my monetization returned, and then there was no strike on the video. However, every single person that I contacted, Team YouTube and Partner Support, multiple different people on Partner Support, they were all telling me, sorry, we understand that this might be stressful, but we're sticking by our decision. We have had many people, we have had like 1 billion real human beings review this, and it is very clear that there wasn't enough context to determine that it was a joke. Like, they apparently there's like a Venn diagram where it's just 2 circles of like people who don't understand humor and people who do understand humor, and then also YouTube staff, and then just the entire rest of the world. You know? Like, whether or not the joke is funny is irrelevant. Whether or not it's a funny joke is irrelevant. Whether or not you can tell it's a joke is relevant, and you can tell it's a joke. Anyway, that got dealt with. My monetization's back, and no message saying, oh, sorry, it was our mistake. No message saying, hey, your monetization's back and the strike isn't affecting your channel anymore. Zero communication, but just magically it's gone. I don't know if that means that the people who were looking at my thing reversed their decision. I don't know if it means that there's just one person at YouTube that really likes me and is able to do some magic thing. But it magically got better. Fast forward to a month later, in July, I get another strike on my channel for the same type of joke. Short amount, very short, finite, 1.5 seconds long clip of 9/11 footage. The context of this one is that a character got a bottle of wine, and it was from 2001, and I said, haha, nothing ever bad happened in the year 2001. And then the editor at the time decided to play 1.5 seconds of 9/11 footage, because that is a part of, you know, shock humor, and it's a part of the joke. The joke being that I'm not seriously saying nothing bad happened because I'm laughing while I say it. It's obvious that I'm like being sarcastic about it. Otherwise, that's not a joke, right? The entire video is like comedic gaming channel. Like everything's a joke except that 1.5 seconds, YouTube. Same thing happens. I don't get my channel completely demonetized this time. It looks like they've taken some feedback and are not immediately demonetizing channels without warning, so that's a plus. So it looks like they have responded to criticism.
Yes.
Not in any way where they're giving us any kind of legitimate communication, but we can see, because of how things are being affected with these strikes now, that they did notice and they did change something. Without providing any official statement or without addressing the issue in any public way. YouTube clearly noticed, and they did something behind the scenes so that people aren't automatically demonetized. So now instead, when you get dinged for it, you get a strike, but the first strike is a warning. So that really doesn't mean anything. They say, like, it's not a strike, but it is. It's just out of 4 instead of 3. That's all they did, really. So if you get one strike, like, I have one strike, and then if there are 10 other instances of this on my channel from 2016 in unlisted videos, by the way, all of these videos were unlisted, and I'm going to get dinged for those, you get 3 strikes, your channel's fucking deleted, right? So that's stressful. That's very stressful. And you can edit clips out of old videos, which I've been doing the past 48 hours, because I don't trust that I'm not going to get dinged. Even for the one in June that was resolved, I don't know. I need to delete that. So if anybody remembers the timestamp in the best of 2016 video, so I can edit out that part, can you please let me know? Because I'll just do that right now. Anyway, clearly this policy exists to prevent people from supporting dangerous criminal organizations. But none of the instances where I've been dinged, and none of the instances where I know other people have been dinged, like drunken peasants, I saw the way that their footage was used. Like, that wasn't supporting 9/11. That was, again, more shock humor. There's a level of absurdity towards using that sort of footage. And again, this is all from old shit. Humor was a little bit different on YouTube in 2016. People were a little bit edgier, okay? It was a little bit less corporate, you know? Like, that's a part of our history, and it's weird to have to erase it because, you know, I like the idea of seeing what people have grown from and, you know, what they used to do. And I made a big stink about this one from July on Twitter too, because I don't believe that I deserve a strike on my channel, even though I still have monetization, because I don't know how many other ones I have that are in my video. Like, I can delete all the ones that I know about, but I don't know about all of them. I don't know which ones are, like, I don't want to have to delete all my videos to be safe, right? Like, that's fucked up. Like, that's a really shitty position to put your creators in. that like unlisted videos from like 2016 that include some bits of footage where apparently the context doesn't even matter how you use it. Like the problem is if YouTube wanted to implement a rule where they said any usage of footage of 9/11 is unacceptable and we're banning you off the site, we're striking your video if you use that at all. If they want to implement that rule, fine. Nobody has to use 9/11 footage. The problem is that rule didn't exist. The problem is the rule explicitly states that there's an exception for artistic purpose, right? 5 minutes and 9 seconds. Okay, I'll edit it out right now. Thank you. Ripperonis. Having to go back and censor my own videos for things that I'm not even doing wrong. At least if I'm editing it like this in the YouTube editor, at least I can revert the changes at some point if it's really necessary. So I just don't know. Like, what if there's clips of me making that same joke in Life is Strange 2? I don't know. I apparently did it like fucking 8 times in the first Life is Strange game. All right. I'm going to remove that clip. Gone. It really, like, I'm trying to get this gaming channel in a position where I'm making some money off of it someday. You know, it's like an investment. I'm operating it at a loss, and having to worry about like it just potentially being deleted and starting over again is like not fun at all. It's very frustrating and incredibly frustrating that there's like zero proper communication from YouTube. So I've had, with this most recent one from July, my voice is dying. I was yelling at Space Jam 2 for like 6 hours. So you'll see a video on that soon. I'm so sorry. My voice is like dead. I talked with partner support again. I talked with many different people on partner support. I raised shit on Twitter like 6 different times about this and started a hashtag and got a bunch of other people to start talking about it. Still, the response from YouTube was just, oh, we understand that this might be stressful, but we've reviewed this like 800 times with a billion different real people, and everybody in the world thinks that you're a terrorist, and we're not crazy, you're crazy. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. And as of today, I refresh my Adam Plays channel, and the video is restored, and there's no strike on it, and I have no warning or strike on my channel, which is really great, but, again, they've provided no information to me, and I don't know if they're just going to strike the same video again, so I have to just remove this shit, because this is the second time it's happened for the same caliber of joke, and it's such a fucking waste of time. Like, I've got so much other shit I need to get done. I'm going to be watching a bunch of Fantasia Festival movies starting tomorrow. I got to finish that Oscars video. I just recorded my Space Jam shit. I got to record a video for Old, for fucking Saw Spiral, for Pig, for The Green Knight. And I'm going to try and get all these things done while it's very stressful. And at the same time, I'm trying not to work too much because I'm recovering from, like, actual injuries. Trying not to worsen my tendonitis shit that I'm trying to recover from. It's all very fucking stressful. It's all very, like, It's very upsetting, and I would unironically say that this is like actually abusive from YouTube. To actually say like you support terrorism publicly, or maybe let's change the verbiage. Like, it is unclear whether or not your video unironically supports terrorism. Like, that's essentially what they're saying. And for them to do that for like weeks and then just like, oopsie, and then delete the mistake or whatever, but never acknowledge that there was a mistake. What I want to see happen, what needs to happen right now, is there needs to be some sort of communication from YouTube. Hopefully they can say something like, we have changed our algorithm or increased our flexibility for what constitutes as art, or just change their terms of service. Just remove the word artistic, okay? Because it was very fucking clear in the previous emails that they were sending to me. They're like, oh, I understand this might be stressful for you, but here's the blah, blah, blah. They would like type out the like examples of like what would be acceptable for the issue that I'm talking about. And the examples they listed were all just purely educational and documentary, which is also an exception in their rules. But the rules explicitly state that there is an artistic exception. Drop the artistic if you don't believe that that should be there. Drop it. Remove it from your TOS so that people who are following your TOS don't get striked or demonetized or have their shit like this is people's lives, honestly. Like, this is fucked up. This is exactly I can't even say. I want to make a 9/11. Okay, I'll do it in a Texan accent just to make it real. No, how am I going to do this? Do I have a sign that says satire? This is exactly what bin Laden wanted. When he flew the planes into the Twin Towers, he wanted the future business of YouTube to strike people for using footage. That's what he wanted. And you're letting the terrorists win by striking our channels. This is a half satire, because this is half true. Because they wanted to destabilize Western society, and you're playing into their fucking game. Let's just bring this up fully, just as an extra
my
precaution.
belly feels great.
This is exactly what Bin Laden wanted. Does it work if it's in a French accent?
Juste un petit peu. Yeah, this is incredibly frustrating. And it feels like now I feel like a piece of shit because I'm a person that caused a big of enough stink, or I'm a person that one magical individual at YouTube just really likes and eventually just clears up the issue for me. Like, I don't know. Here's the problem. I don't know if my issues were cleared up because I was following TOS according to YouTube and it took someone to, like, correct the issue, or if YouTube's position is that I wasn't following TOS and some rogue employee cheated the system for me or something and restored my videos. Either way, I've removed those jokes from those videos at this point anyway. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to... It puts me in a shitty situation because I've got friends, you know, I've got peers that are having the same issue. Their channels aren't fixed. What are you going to do about that? How do we fix their channels? They shouldn't have strikes either. I know, Cynical Reviews, thank you for making that video. We need fucking Philip DeFranco. We need somebody way bigger. No offense. Somebody call PewDiePie. Somebody call Charlie. Maybe I'll fucking message him. I actually did contact Charlie about this, but I don't know. Like, what do we... It's a really depressing situation to have your livelihood affected in such a negative way. Not just my livelihood, but like the other fucking 10 editors that I have working on the gaming channel. Like, what the fuck, right? It's really, really stressful and depressing to not have proper channels to actually communicate with YouTube on this. Because the way that they respond in those emails, I'm not convinced that those are real people. It seems like some Turing test shit. It seems like they're all bots. I don't get it. It's like not once did any person in those billion emails that I had explain why they came to the conclusion that they did about my video. They didn't even give me a timestamp. I had to go through it and find the footage and be like, oh yeah, it was obviously this 9/11 thing, because that's what happened last time. I had to go through and do that. And I had to be the one making an argument being like, okay, well, Clearly,
Yes.
thank you so much. Clearly, the whole point of the joke is that there's a common understanding that 9/11 is bad. If there isn't that common understanding, the joke doesn't work. I'm stressed out, and this is shit. This is shit because it's gonna happen to another one of my videos. I've removed the footage from every single one I could think of with help from other people saying, "Here's some more footage of 9/11 in your old unlisted videos." But I don't know if I got all of them, and it's entirely likely that I didn't, and I'm gonna have to go through this exact same fucking shit again next month. Waste fucking another week dealing with this, and it's just I don't know what to say from this point on. Band together, check out Cynical Reviews' video. There's a hashtag I started called Fix Your Shit YouTube. Probably don't use that in the title of this video because you'll get demonetized. Woo, that's fun. How do I have this much 9/11 footage in the first place? It's just one clip repeated. Because I was constantly making fun of the character Max for not preventing 9/11 in the time travel game.
My belly.
Yeah, it's just a tiny moment of like shock value humor. And the humor doesn't work on people that don't believe 9/11 was a bad thing. It's not. That's the whole point. You know? So, I guess you know what I did? You know what I did yesterday? I downloaded the video We're Not Aiming for the Truck. That Toy Story edit because I fully expect that to be gone. It's got like 8 million views. It was posted on Reddit. Everybody download that video if you ever want to gonna watch it again because it's not gonna be here forever. Clearly. YouTube, can you just make some like? Can you just address that there's an issue here in how you're policing your platform? Can you just address that like there are people getting caught that didn't do anything wrong here and are being punished for it? You think the original's already gone? Oh god, it is. I downloaded it at the right time. Ah, fuck. It's gone already. It's gone. Well, fucking sorry to that person's channel. Fucking F in peace. Holy fuck. How Okay, I'll Google Drive you guys. Or wait, that's a Google platform. I'll Dropbox. I'll link you a. Where can I upload this? I got you covered, fam. What a sad time for art. Like seriously, like no, this is a Rickroll, isn't it?
Have fun, son. All right.
That's not the original. That's not the original. That's someone's upload of it. That's someone's re-upload, and it's like more compressed. The original's gone. It had like 8 million views. Here, I'll just Google Drive it. Ugh. Damn. Because that's like that's such a clear, obvious example of art. Like, since when? How can anybody on the entire planet watch that and think this supports terrorist organizations? How can anybody watch that? Apparently YouTube staff thinks that. What the fuck? Seriously. There. Download it and then I'll remove it from my drive. Because I don't want them to delete my Google Drive for supporting terrorism or something. Yeah, this is better quality. Just preserving the quality of the original. Alright, I'm giving y'all another 10 seconds to download it, and then I'm just gonna remove it. Post that on Reddit, I guess. That should, because that got big on Reddit. If you post that on Reddit, in like the YouTube compendium subreddit, however you pronounce that thing. I don't know. There's like subreddits. If you post that in a subreddit and you say you attach it to this thing that YouTube's been doing and say this is the result, you know? Maybe put it on Twitter just saying YouTube just removed the original video of this, you know?
9/11.
As far as I know, you're allowed to say 9/11. They haven't like completely removed all mention of 9/11. It's literally just that footage. I think that 9/11 as an event is obviously tragic. It's a bad thing, obviously. We all collectively recognize that as being a bad thing, except maybe Hassan on one day. Just kidding. I had to say that, sorry. But I think we need to understand the importance of humor, the importance of comedy in terms of society being able to collectively heal from an event. You know? Humor is a coping mechanism, right? 9/11 affected all of us in some way or another. Like, we're in a very different world because of it. And to remove that coping mechanism, to remove the way that human beings express themselves to feel better about something is really fucking sad. It really is, unironically. Like, that's like it's a human thing that we do. We express ourselves with jokes and humor, and we take these tragedies and we begin to associate them in comedic ways without devaluing the event itself, but, you know, be able to, you know, turn at least some part of it into something that isn't just depressing and horrendous, you know? Like, you can use these things with humor, and that's a way that human beings learn and grow and heal. My brain's fucking mush. I would have a much better vocabulary to express what I'm trying to right now if I wasn't so fucking tired. But oh fuck. I just tweeted out the satire thing, but then I realized I should never hold myself. You should never pose holding a white piece of paper, because they'll just make it say something else. Whatever, it's out. Even if I didn't tweet it out, it would be screen capped from the video. Anyway, I guess that's it for the highlight.
Hey guys, it's August now, so it's time to update the Patreon credits. Wholesome 100 Big Chungus Lemonade Warrior, Big Well from Robots the Animated Movie, Sir Razor, Jacob Arndt, Zachary Kane, Sam Joel, Chi EXE, Gothic Sith, Mandelbro, Unlucky T, Kel Hunt, Wales, Simon Meadow Valley, Bo the Doggo, Boards of Cinema, Purple Fire, Kai Butcher, Pit Inhabitant, Gabriel Herrera, Splat, Hoofy Doe, Olivia Spores, Ocean Machinery, and Malav Shah. Thanks for watching, and big thanks for 50,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome.